Hello, everybody, and welcome to another show of Red Cup Rants. I'm your girl, LaDonna, and I am with my husband, Boom, and BFF Dre. What is up, gentlemen?
I'm good. I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Freezing.
Yeah, I heard it was cold there.
Yeah, once it gets below 60, this means I'm in sweatpants, a hoodie, a long sleeve shirt. I'm freezing, like for real. William, Mad Mike is not on this show. Mad Mike will be on
The next show.
in the next show in an hour. Um, AFN, but yes, they will be on just to let you know. But anyways, it was a very disappointing weekend when it comes to our two teams in the NFL.
Uh,
And I'm gonna still with Dre's line. With that being said, I'm gonna let the angry man up in the top corner talk about that team because I know he got something to say.
It is a complete shit show. There's there's nothing that's positive from this team. Zero. When that hit occurred on Andy Dalton, where where was the other players backing him up? They all were standing around looking defeated, not protecting the quarterback. If you look at any other team, if their quarterback gets hit like that, his teammates are fighting for him. They're gonna at least push him, shove him, something, poke him in the eye, something. But they didn't do nothing. It is a complete shit show. The defense is non-existent without, and I will say this: Andy Dalton is making me miss Dak. I said it last week. I'll say it again. He's making me miss Dak. Now, when Dak comes back, who knows if he's gonna be the same player? Who knows? But this is a complete train wreck. With the with 6 games in the season now, the defensive coordinator needs to get fired. He needs to go. No, Mad Mike, you cannot come on the show. You have your own show. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
I can't.
The far right lane, the one that's exit only. That's the lane you stay on right there.
Oh my god, I can't stand
No,
you.
uh,
but this is a complete shit show. This the 6 games into the season, and our defense is giving up historic on pace to give up historic statistics. We have the shortest turnover ratio in the NFL. Defensive coordinator needs to get fired. If you ain't gonna fire the head coach, fire the defensive coordinator because whatever it is doing, and nothing happened. And they are playing like they practice. And from what I see, they ain't doing shit in practice. No matter what you look at, any team in the past, you look at their run to the playoffs, their defense is at least top 10. The offense is not going to carry everything. You got to have some type of defense. You got to have some type of you're getting stopped or something. This team ain't doing it. This team is not doing it. It is a complete train wreck. And in the powerhouse, the power rankings, we are second to last. Last team being the Jets. I mean, hell, the one team, the Atlanta Falcons team, is ranked higher than us, and we got one more win than they do. Yes, John. Jerry is trash. Jerry Jones, like he needs to stop at the start at the top and work his way down. Everyone needs to get fired. Can't run this team like it's the '90s. Definitely can't run this team like it's the '90s. You can't build a team right now. You can't keep a team. You can't keep head coach. You can't keep players, and you can't just keep drafting players based on, hey, he's a good player or he has great skills. Okay, and you can fit in. Like we have this high draft corner, Trayvon Diggs, and we're gonna have this type of defensive coordinator groom him into a okay, or let's say, sorry, just cornerback, not a great cornerback or nothing like that. This is the defensive coordinator you want to groom these type of players. And I mean, and some of the blame goes to the players too. I don't care what type of system it is. If you got one-on-one, you better beat that one-on-one matchup. They ain't winning one-on-one matchup.
Man, Diggs is getting burned at least twice a game.
At least. I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence, he's on one-on-one matchups all game, every game. He has beat that one-on-one matchup once. And that was against the Giants. Can't do shit. We let go of we traded Griffith to Lions for a 6th round. Okay. I didn't hear his name called all season long, so good riddance. Yeah, Amari can break an open field tackle. Like this team as a whole is playing defeated from week 1 to now, and it's just gotten worse the last 2 weeks. But we have seen this from week 1.
I don't want him. No thanks. From what I'm hearing from Dre and Mad Mike, no thanks.
This team is just complete trash. There's the way we played the Sunday is the way I expected them to. What the hell is he doing? I said no.
You see his face? You see his face? You see his face? Oh, let me. Dre, grab the popcorn because it's about to go down.
Bam! Boom! Boom! Captain stepped in the room! Boom! How you doing, Boom?
I was better until you showed up, so whatever.
I love you too, bro. I love you too, man. I love you too, bro.
Hey, can we get rid of this Cowboys lose again and have the names up? Because I want to see his name.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Wow.
I'm not that bad.
Douchebag. Wow. He did you like that, bro? He did you like
Oh. Oh man.
He did you like that, bro?
Yeah,
Like
shit.
that's
funny.
wow.
I needed that laugh. That was
Oh,
funny.
this was all the way needed. Wow. How you doing? Anyways, let's carry on about this Cowboys, and then we'll talk to douchebag and Dre. about Mad Mike the douchebag. Wow. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh shit.
I'm done. Somebody help me.
Oh.
Somebody call 911 because this ain't even right.
Hey, man.
Woo.
Okay,
My
I'm all
stomach
right.
hurt.
I'm good.
Woo!
I'm not. I'm
I'm
not.
good. I'm
Let me get this
good.
water. Let me get this
I'm
water.
good.
Mm.
But like I was saying, this Cowboys team is trash. We can just let the season go, put in the B team, let them have this as their tryout for next season, if they're going to make it or
Mhm.
not. But we are losing too many valuable players with this nonsense of a defense that can't do shit. Our offensive line is non-existent because every single one of our starters is out. So there's no hope for anything. So just chalk this season up as a waste. Put in the B team, promote players from the
Man,
practice
somebody
squad,
said put him in B team.
and
Woo!
let them go at it. Let this be their tryouts for next
Can I
season
ask you a
because
question,
we
bro?
have preseason for them to make the team. This will give them a fair opportunity and a real game to make a name for themselves. So
I
that's what I think
agree.
that will happen.
I
We
agree
are,
because
we are
I
losing
literally
way
said
too
that.
many. We are losing way too many key players on our team,
Mhm.
and put Zeke Elliott on the fucking injured reserve. I don't know what the fuck is going on in his head. He's letting the ball go. He's getting blown up the in blocks. I mean, there's something going on mentally with him. So he needs to take a break. Yeah, the John. This was our A team. That
And
was our
John
A.
and John knows he's a cowboy. He's a Cowboys fan too. So it's this is. I agree though. I agree, and I literally said it on John's show. At his halftime show Sunday. We need to start holding these players that are making millions like accountable. Accountability right now. Like we're getting robbed.
Yeah, if y'all didn't see my tweet last night or was the night before or
His
whatever,
retweet. Yeah.
it said three players wanted for robbery, and it had a picture of Zeke, Demarcus Lawrence, and Jalen Smith for a total of $259 million.
You don't have to put him on the IR, but you don't have to play him.
Hell, you can demote them to the practice squad.
Yeah, it's getting to that point. Um, I can't defend none of them. And y'all know I'm like the big Jalen Smith fan and big Demarcus Lawrence fan. I can't defend nothing when they not doing nothing. Our team can't stop nothing.
We 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 lay down on the run.
The
We,
basic
we give up
basic tackles.
150, 160 yards a game on rushing. So that's that's not good defense. So we are pretty much bottom 5 or 6 on every aspect of the fucking defense. That includes special teams.
Yeah, basic tackling is not even known on our team. And what's the guy that's on ESPN from the Steelers? Um, the NFL analysis analyst that does the show with.
Ryan Clark.
Yes, they went in on him. They went in on the Cowboys yesterday, and he said something that really stuck with me. And he said they don't have a team. They don't have brotherhood on that team. They literally have 52 men out there that are playing for themselves. They're playing for the money. They're not playing for the star. They're not playing for, each other. They're playing for the dollar signs. They're playing for themselves.
Exactly.
And it
And
shows.
and that's what that's what happens when you pick up the highest ranked player on the board, give him the money, and you know what? Hey, I made it. You did not. We did not draft for our needs. How many years? How many times have you guys heard me say we need to get a replacement for Tyron Smith?
I said it too. Mm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, y'all said
And
it.
guess what happened after week 2? He went on fucking injured reserve.
Yeah, you lost him and Collins.
Yep. And then we lost Zach Martin last week.
Carpenter retired.
We never went out and looked for a offensive lineman, thinking our offensive line, the starter is going to be good, this, that. But what? So you're not going to account for injuries?
CeeDee Lamb is not a waste of cute. He's not a waste. I will say that. He's about the only one that's been somewhat productive. But we don't have nobody to throw to him because right now, we're not even sure if Andy Dalton is going to be out there.
Yeah, because
Can
I
I
haven't seen anything where he's been cleared.
Can I ask y'all a question about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
From just a fan perspective of what you saw, what I saw, like I would have punched somebody in the face. Like I would have gotten a personal foul after I saw what happened to Andy Dalton. That shit was unnecessary. It reminds me of what happened to Devontae Freeman. Not one Atlanta Falcon came to his aid when Aaron Donald almost put that man in the hospital. That man, he could have threw that man across the damn field and the damn stands the way he was manhandling him. And not one damn Dallas Cowboy came to that man aid. Not one.
I just said the same thing right before you came on, douchebag.
Yep.
I said the same thing.
Do we have the phone line? Hey, do we have the phone line on?
Yeah.
The phone line is on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said the same thing. Like if you watch the replay, there's 3 Cowboys players around Andy Dalton doing this and walking away.
Not fighting.
No one even went up to him to even check on him to make sure he was breathing. Nothing. Whoever was around him within 10 yards of Andy Dalton needs to be benched for the next game. You're not going to play and let your quarterback get hit like that and not make sure that he's okay. Like, check on him. Okay, you're not going to push that person who just lay that hit, but at least check on your quarterback.
Yeah, like we shouldn't be more mad than the damn team. The fans should not be. The fans should not be more hostile than them.
That was just dirty. Like I got pissed off, and I'm not even a Cowboys fan. I said, like, damn, like y'all not gonna help your boy. Like nobody did anything. Like nobody looked upset. Nobody looked disturbed. Like nobody. Like it was like, bro, y'all just gonna let this man get beat up? Like this man. That was a dirty hit. That was low, and nobody did anything. That was vicious.
Uncalled. 2000, the benches would have cleared on both sides.
Yeah.
Because you know that the person who put that hit on, they're gonna protect their boy, and then our bench will come back and protect the guy who pushed them. It'll be a bench clearing ball.
And it should have been.
But no,
it should have been because Clark was saying there was sometimes he was out there fighting. He didn't even know why he was out there fighting. He just knew he had to be out there fighting, or the Steelers was going to say something. They would have addressed it. They would have addressed it at practice. So and so was fighting, but guess what? You weren't out there, so you need to be talked to. I saw part of it. I heard that he got defensive. He got very defensive at the questioning. But I did not see that he was there. I don't care if you saw it or not. You saw my QB on the ground. If you saw my QB on the ground, hurt, I'm coming at your jugular. Like, real talk.
So you're not gonna turn around and see your quarterback laying on the ground, lifeless.
Yeah, I don't
Y'all
care.
didn't see it. He's a quarterback. All eyes are on the quarterback. How do you not see that? Like,
Yeah.
bro,
Just straight skipping the pass.
And the thing is, the one of the first few people that should have had Andy Dalton's back is the fucking offensive lineman.
Yep.
Because that's
not one
not one lineman went up to Bostic to put him in his place or try to put him in his place.
Wow.
Yeah, this team is fucking trash. Like, there's right now there is no hope for this team. Jerry Jones needs to retire as the GM, pass that off, and is to be someone from not within the Jones family. And it looks like we have a phone call. Who we got?
If they're speaking, we don't hear them.
Hey, turn down the video. We can hear that. Okay. So well, I can hear the video from your phone. Yeah, you can turn that video down. We're on the phone.
I can hear.
Yeah, we can't hear nothing.
I can hear.
I can't stand you.
I am your conscience.
I can't stand either one of y'all. Well, while he's listening to that, Johnny, we ain't gonna make it if any of the Joneses is an owner, not just Jerry, Steven too. Well, while he's listening to that, Johnny, we ain't gonna make it. Oh, so I hear echo.
That's you.
That sounds good, don't it?
Yeah, the video's not working.
Crickets.
Hello.
Just hang up on him if he can't figure it out. Hello? Can you turn it down?
Habla español. Habla español.
We can hear you. Turn the volume down, dude.
Oh, turn the volume down? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Just turn it down.
Is that better?
No. Keep going.
Way down.
All the way down. Turn that thing off.
Okay, how about now?
No.
Okay, yeah, how about now?
Literally, turn it off.
Turn it off.
Okay, yeah, how about now?
Oh, bro.
Somebody's got them edibles on. Somebody on them edibles.
Boom. Boom, hang up on him.
Somebody's got them edibles on.
All right, it's off.
Yeah, I can't. He's like coming in and out.
Okay.
It may be. It just may be because Maggie said she had the same issue.
Is that better?
Or just maybe the system itself.
Okay, maybe. Tell him to hang up and call right back.
Yeah, tell him to hang up.
And call right back.
All right.
We got shit to talk about. We got shit to talk about.
Yeah, that was getting annoying, man.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that was getting annoying. That was,
Yes, but that was literally, next week we play the Eagles and we're prime time. I hope we get moved. I hope we get a better game in because we don't need to see two starting. Boom, Maggie said restart it.
They're not FBI. What the fuck we do?
Sorry for the technical difficulties that we're all having. Um, but let's talk about y'all game. What happened?
This call may be recorded.
You know what happened? I can't say anything. Sure. I
I
mean,
didn't I didn't see anything. Byron, we could do this. You could call in, bro. Because you already know we're gonna lose, but you already know I've been trying to get you on for a minute. I've been trying to get you on Instagram for a minute. So
I'll talk to him, man, so he can come on out, come on on. But I don't have nothing to say about our game. I don't, because it'll be the same thing I've been repeating for the past 7 weeks. Uh, I don't know. I got Mike on here. Maybe he can explain it because I don't even know where to start. It's whew, man.
Oh, I do.
All all I know is when you have the victory in your grasp, you have to grab it, and the Falcons didn't do that. So, and it's sad that people are getting on Todd Gurley for scoring a touchdown, but not getting on the defense for stopping the Lions. So, I don't really have much to say about them except let's just get ready for Thursday. But my brother's here, Matt Mike's here. He could probably go into depth why, you know, what happened. He could explain.
Uh, I'm gonna say this, and I kind of stated this earlier, but it's a culture thing. Um, that's the same issue that the Cowboys are dealing with right now. It's a culture thing. It has nothing to do with talent. I think Dallas is a talented team. They have talent, just like the Falcons have talent. It's a culture thing when players just don't believe in what is going on, the vision of not only the front office but the coaching staff. As like that that's what we're seeing when players are like your quarterback is laying down dead, look like he's dead on the damn field, and nobody steps up. Like that right there tells me that there no one cares. And when your emotions are out of a situation, then it's time for a new change. It's time for a change. And then I'm not advocating for Mike McCarthy to be fired, but it looks as though that they have little to no respect for him. And that's what we're seeing with the Atlanta Falcons. Also with Raheem Morris, these guys were up for it for a game. They played okay on the defensive side of the ball, but when you look at the Falcons, and I'm going to expand on it after I get off the show and start the heavy hitters tonight, right after you guys go out. But um, it's a culture thing. Like these guys absolutely. We're talking about the Falcons. We're losing the exact same way.
Same way.
Exact same way.
Same
The
way.
exact same way game after game. And everybody
Hmm.
say it's not Dan Quinn's fault. Of course it's his fault. He created a culture where the coaches are comfortable. No one wants to speak out against them. And they're running the exact same defense that they ran before. This nothing has changed. That right there tells me that if we're seeing the same defense with Raheem Morris, and he is the head coach right now, Dan Quinn has been fired, and we're seeing the same exact mistakes. That's a culture thing. They want to make sure that they get their scheme across, and they don't give a damn who they have to ruin in order to get their scheme across. And that's exactly what's wrong with Dallas Cowboys. They want to run their shit, even if their shit is to the detriment of that team. Dallas Cowboys shouldn't be losing the way that they should, especially defensively. Y'all have a better front than the Falcons do. I'm just gonna be real. Y'all got a better front than y'all do, and y'all motherfuckers can barely get to the damn quarterback. That shouldn't be happening. Evans and Griffin, the miss, like y'all have a pretty good front, and them
well,
motherfuckers can barely get to the goddamn
Griffin.
quarterback.
Well, Griffin's gone now.
And Griff, he
Yeah.
got traded.
Yeah,
Yep, he just
he's with
got
Detroit
traded
now.
today.
He's with
He
Detroit.
got yeah, he got traded to Detroit.
Yeah, he's with Detroit for a
The
seventh
only
round pick.
person to get it, only sixth round conditional pick,
Yeah,
and
sixth
he
round.
was the only person to even get a sack on Sunday.
That see
All right,
that
got
it's a
two callers.
culture.
We got two
hmm
callers.
Two.
All right,
What's
first
going
caller.
on?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Paul.
I'm gonna
It's
put you on
Oh
mute.
Lord, I'm gone. I'm gone. Fuck this bitch. I'm out of here. Hey,
Yeah,
let me say this before I
Mike,
go.
Mike,
Hey
Mike.
man,
Hold on.
I'm
We
you
gotta
guys.
hear. We gotta.
No, thank you
no,
for.
no. Hold on.
No, I'm fuck this little bitch.
I
Fuck
put
this
him on
bitch. All
mute
right.
because
Hey,
he was
you
being called.
guys, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Check out the heavy hitters. Fuck this little bitch on the phone. I'm gone. Peace.
Hey, who we got on the phone?
Deuces.
Hello.
I
What's her name?
enjoyed. Adios, amigos.
All right, man. All
What's her
right.
name? Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah. It's John.
All right, John, what you got?
Yeah, I just want to know what you guys thought. About the game that the Falcons played. Uh, what was it last Sunday?
Was it
Hey,
against Detroit or the game against the Vikings?
Against Detroit.
yeah,
I I don't have anything to say. The only thing I have to say is stop blaming Todd Gurley for us losing. It's not Todd Gurley's fault that we lost the game. Everybody's talking about, oh, he should have stopped before the goal line. No, the defense should have did their job, and it wouldn't even got to that point. So for everybody's blaming Todd Gurley for losing that game,
Well, I mean,
that lets me
I
further
think
know, because even I think when Todd Gurley scored that touchdown, even he knew that it was too early. But I mean, what can you do? The defense gets play. The defense gets defensive players get paid to play defense, right? Am I correct? I mean, that's what they get paid for. They get paid to play defense.
yeah, you're correct.
So why is everybody jumping on Todd Gurley? Todd Gurley is not his fault. It's the
Yeah,
defense, and
no,
then on top of that, it's and then we even go further back. It's Raheem Morris's fault. He should have just kicked the field goal, got the points. Now you might have
well,
played.
I
Now
thought
you
it
might
was
have.
a little bit. I thought it was back and forth a little bit, and
it- it-
I thought there were some calls that had gone their way, especially the one with AJ Terrell when he hit Matthew Stafford on the
Yeah,
third
that was
down.
that was a bad call. That was a bad call because he didn't hit him with the helmet. He hit him with his shoulder. So I
It
mean, it's but it shouldn't even got to that point. When you're out there getting paid to be a defensive player, that's your job. Your job is to play defense. And like I said, it's the defense's fault and it's Raheem Morris's fault because he could have basically outcoached himself out of a job, pretty much, because he was trying to do too much. If you got the points right there, you know your defense not that good. Why are you putting all that pressure on your defense knowing they're not that good? So I mean, everybody need to stop blaming Todd Gurley for us losing Sunday because the defensive players are getting paid to play defense. That's their job. So that's how I feel about the game. I mean, we did every time I think the Falcons have found a way to lose a game, they seem to surprise me every week on how to lose a game. It's amazing how they lose games. It's amazing. Like it's to the point now where I'm like, well, how they gonna top this next loss? And it's sad to think like that, but I mean, what can you do? All you can do is just get ready
Well,
for
to be
Thursday
honest,
against.
I think the Falcons should just clean slate and get rid of everyone. I mean, starting from Matt Ryan to Julio Jones to all those guys. I think they should just completely uh, take them
I
off
will
the board.
say this: getting rid of Matt Ryan, and Julio Jones is gonna probably cost us about $150 million because unless you got that laying around somewhere, they're not going anywhere. And second of all, they're not going to go anywhere. I don't want them to go anywhere. Do I? If the right trade comes along, would I trade them? Yes, but right now they're not the issues. The issue is coaching. I don't know why we got Dirk Carter back. I told everybody that was a bad
Yeah,
hire.
so true.
That was a very bad hire. Our defense, like I said, our defense hasn't been elite in forever. I think the last time the defense was elite or somewhat elite or average at best, that's when we had John Abraham. Uh, Injuries,
Yeah.
like I mean, this is I can't. I'm not gonna blame them. I'm not gonna blame that. But do I expect us? It's gonna be another rebuild, and the only way I feel bad for Matt Ryan and Julio because I know they don't want to go through another rebuild. I know they're gonna say they're there for the team, but me personally, I kind of feel bad they're going through another rebuild. But that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen with us. So the only thing we can do
Well,
is just see what happens. That's it.
I mean, if I were to keep Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, I'd still draft someone like when it comes draft time because I think we're still going to end up with like a high draft pick and
Yeah.
kind of develop him behind Matt Ryan, sort of like KC did with Pat Mahomes.
Yeah. Well, I would say us draft a quarterback, but I wouldn't draft him at number 4. That's where the Falcons are sitting now. I wouldn't draft. I would get a very. I would look at what college defensive playmakers are coming out this season, and I'll spend the number 4 pick on that. Now, if the third or fourth round we can get a quarterback and develop him behind Matt Ryan. That's cool, but I wouldn't like everybody talking about draft Trevor Lawrence, draft Justin Fields at number 4. I'm like, y'all crazy. Start looking at defense.
Well,
Get us a pass rusher out the draft or something like that. Then we'll work our
do
way
you
on
think we
trying
could
to get a
still win
quarterback.
Do you think we could still win a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan as our QB?
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, we can win a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I mean, the Ravens won one with Trent Dilfer, so I mean, of course we get a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. We just got to build around him again. I mean, everybody talks about age. I mean, look at Tom Brady and Drew Brees. Look at those guys. They're still playing and they're doing pretty decent. So even Aaron Rodgers as well.
Yeah,
So
well,
I
the thing
mean,
with them is that they, especially Tom Brady. I feel like Tom Brady's like a special case because he's got 6 rings. The thing is, I feel like you know Dan Quinn has mentally broken this team down. Like there's nothing that I feel like if I were a player, especially like someone like Matt Ryan who's been on the team year in year out and has to deal with like all that negative stuff that comes his way, I'd
mhm.
find it really hard to get over that. And I personally think that if I brought in a new head coach, which by the way, when Dan Quinn was brought in, they still kept Dimitrov from Mike Smith's era. So
Mhm.
he didn't really have. I personally think that Dan Quinn didn't have complete control or say when he came in as head coach. And I feel
Mhm.
like that's something that we should do when we get our new head coach. And by the way, speaking of new head coaches, I'm not going to take Raheem Morris out of the picture yet because I feel like there's still a good amount of games for him to be considered as head coach.
Mhm.
But what do you think of someone like Arthur Smith, who's currently the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, right now, me personally, I know I would like him. I would like the guy from Kansas City. But honestly, I don't know who. I wouldn't know who would be our coach. Honestly, I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people are calling for Rex Ryan, but I mean, it's one of those things where I just want somebody to come in to make folks accountable,
Yeah.
whether it be Arthur Smith or whether it be Eric Bieniemy or whoever it is. This whole like Arthur Blank said, this is an 11 game audition for everybody, like from the general manager all the way down to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, whoever the next coach who comes in next season, it has hopefully it's somebody that can hold these players accountable because you could tell the way that the brotherhood was starting to wear thin. Players wasn't really paying attention to that. So only thing I can say is that whenever the next coach come in, uh, he holds the players accountable. So the only way we can start is up. We're at rock bottom right now. The only thing we can do is work our way up. That's it. So
Is he still is Paul still on the line or no?
I don't know. I didn't hear him.
Paul was
So
originally on the line. He said we
I
had
think
two
Mike.
callers.
I think Mike ran him off, which was good because I didn't want to entertain his
Oh,
I'm
BS
here.
today.
he's
Oh,
he's right.
he's still here? Oh yeah, he's still here.
I'm here.
Okay, speak what you gotta say.
Oh, you speaking to me?
Yes, sir. Because I didn't know you were still on.
Okay. Oh no, I was listening to the other caller, and I found it perfect. It was perfect that he brought up Mike Smith because the same issues that the Falcons had blowing leads, they had in Mike Smith last season. I don't know if you remember the last time the Falcons played the Lions like 6 years ago in Wembley. They were up 21, and I saw the worst clock management I've ever seen from a team. And they ran three plays in like 20 seconds, and with when the Lions had no timeout, and they lost that game 22-21. And I was just when I looked at this game and what Gurley has never done that in his career. He's always fallen down. If you look at the game against the Packers early in his career, he's never made that mistake. And like he said, it's like it all comes back to you. But I'm starting to think that this team is cursed because I already, I mean, you know how I feel about Matt Ryan. I wanna put the blame on him for that fumble that gave the Lions 3 points. But at some point, you got to think that this is it's a curse because it happened under Mike Smith, it happened under Dan Quinn. This is the same. This is a new head coach, and the same thing is happening. It didn't matter if Gurley fell down at the one. I felt like the Falcons would have found a way to lose that game. So it was just at some point I'm just looking at and I'm looking at all of the games the Falcons have blown since the Super Bowl, and they lead the league in fourth quarter blown leads. I'm sitting there and I'm like, damn, this team is really cursed. You know,
So,
I
so
and I and I feel bad. I feel bad for Julio. You know, because he's one of the all time greats, and I
oh yeah.
feel bad that he's not gonna win with this cursed team. You know, I mean, I generally feel bad for the guy. So I mean, that's all I'm gonna say about Matt Ryan because I know I had already decreed, so I'm not gonna say anything else about Matt Ryan. So that's all I'm gonna say about the Falcons. And with the Cowboys, real quick, I cried when Dak Prescott got hurt. I cried because that guy bet on himself, and I was so disappointed. But that's life. That's football, man, and it sucks because I feel like he should have. He was on his way to earning that $40 million contract. I know everything that he's gone through this summer. I cried when he got hurt, and that guy is a gamer. And when he comes back next year, I'll be rooting for him again. Um, real quick about the Eagles, I'm not a Carson Wentz fan, but that guy is a gamer. I love watching him play because you can put 11 bums, pick him up from a fish market, and he'll find a way to win with them. I love watching that dude play. I feel sorry. I feel like he's going to retire early because of all of the hits he's taking. You know, it's sad. You see a quarterback get hit 10 times every game, but that dude
Hmm.
is a trooper. I love watching him play. And that NFC East is going to be weird. There's going to be a team with 6 wins hosting a playoff game. It's going to be absolutely funny come January.
Yep.
So those are the three things I'm gonna take. Or real quick on Cam, I don't know how bad COVID affected him, but I'll be shocked if he's not benched and the Patriots don't tank for the rest of the year. You know, so I've been watching him the last 2 weeks. He doesn't look the same as he did the first 3 weeks of the season. I don't know how bad COVID got to him. I thought he was rushed back, in my opinion. As someone who is recovering from COVID, my lungs aren't the same. I can't run as fast or as long as I used to. So I don't know how it's affecting him. Some people are affected differently. I would love to see the old Cam back, but at this point, I think Bill, you know, with the seven players that sat out, and with Sony Michelle on COVID list too, I think he's gonna start tanking. I think he's gonna start sitting players down and rebuilding for next year.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. Because I definitely was going to talk about Cam. So thank you for bringing that up. We'll talk about him next.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah,
Paul.
because
Appreciate it.
thank you.
Got
Because,
you. Got you. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what to say, man. That one
Hey
that one
man, look,
that one
it's at this point now where it is what it is now. The only way we can go is up now. We're at the bottom. The only way we can go up. That's it.
never put
So I can't,
a black
I
man
can't, I
on.
can't even defend them at this point. So it is what it is.
I wish you luck next year. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Well, that's what we say every year. So we'll be there next season as well. So we'll see what happens. That's all we can do.
All right,
All
guys.
right, man.
but moving on to the NFL world, one game that wasn't even supposed to be played that Sunday night, Seahawks versus Cardinals.
That was a good
That was
game.
actually an afternoon game, but it got flexed.
And you
And
know
I
what?
am so happy it got flexed.
I was so upset. I was kind of upset because I wanted that to be the Steelers and the Titans, but I was not. It was a good game. I
It was
really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Kyler Murray showed me something, and I know Deshaun Watson's there with the Arthur fist like this. I know he's got his fist shaking to see DeAndre Hopkins play because I know he's like I know Deshaun Watson shaking his fist right now because that's supposed to be his guy. But it is what it is.
But let's talk about Metcalf.
You talk
How
about you talk about the cyborg.
how fast we need like who I don't know who tweeted it, but
22.64 miles per hour.
we need him versus Tyreek Hill. We need a race between him and Tyreek Hill ASAP.
I think Miles Garrett put it out on Twitter that
Yes,
has to happen.
that's
So
who it was. Yes.
it was my like I said man, I was just like, even Buda Baker said himself, he never seen a guy run him down like that. Like, and somebody said it on Twitter, and I got a kick out of it. They said that as soon as the NFL saw that, they was ready for a drug test. That's what it was.
Like he even said, he's like, where his ass come from? Like, cause he just knew,
Out of nowhere, like
and where
it's
he
like,
started, from the
yeah,
point that he started, Metcalf started and caught up with him. That ain't even
yeah,
fair.
yeah, and it's crazy, man. Like I started calling him the Predator. You know the movie The Predator? That's what I call him because he's just like this physical specimen, man. I mean, it's like a creative player, basically.
Yeah,
That's basically what it is. So I mean, and but I will say this: that was the only action he got because my guy Patrick Peterson only held him to one catch that game. But it didn't really matter because Tyler Lockett was, and I say it all the time. Tyler Lockett is probably the most underrated
underrated.
and most overlooked receiver in the league. Like everybody talks about Julio, DeAndre, Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, and rightfully so. But Tyler Lockett, y'all need to put some respect on his name. That man can play. He can
I
play
would have
some
won
ball.
some money if Chris Carson didn't go down because I
Yeah.
had Tyler Lockett on my DraftKings and my Yahoo. He had me 45 points by
Okay.
himself.
Yeah. So I mean, I I was amazed, but that was a pretty good game. And Kyler Murray is slowly becoming a top 15, top 10 QB
Mhm.
this season. He went toe to toe with the guy who I think is gonna win MVP,
Yeah.
and he won. So I live in Phoenix, so that's they talk about them Cardinals hardcore out here, so they're really excited about him. So and Cliff Kingsbury has he worked with Mahomes and Mayfield in college, so he's really he's developing these guys. So I I um I gotta give props to the Cardinals, man. They really are doing it, and hopefully Fitzgerald gets his ring before he retires. So
Another game. What was another game that was that Titans Steelers game came down to the wire.
yeah, man,
Um
that's why I wanted it.
missed field goal.
I wanted it on I wanted it on prime time, but that Cardinals game was on there. But that's the game I wanted to see, but I couldn't really watch it because of the Falcons were playing at the same time. But I heard it was a good game, and congrats to the Steelers. They are the last unbeaten team left with the Seahawks losing. They are the last unbeaten team left, so congrats to them.
Yeah, that game. I'm trying to think what other game. Even last night's game, the Rams versus the Bears. That Nick Foles that showed up yesterday is the Nick Foles that everybody knows.
It just shows how overrated the. I said the Bears are the most overrated 501 team in football, and last night proved me right.
Yep.
It proved me right, and I know I see Shauna there talk about you can't have an elite defense with an average quarterback.
Um,
Look at the Bears. They
we've
got an
already
elite defense.
exactly.
Look at the Bears. They were the most overrated 501 team out there. So
Didn't we just talk about that like a couple weeks ago when we said that when Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos played Carolina and Cam in the Super Bowl, and it was Broncos defense that won that Super Bowl.
I mean, look at the Seahawks and the Broncos. Well, the Seahawks with the Legion of Boom, you know.
Yeah,
So I mean,
yeah,
it is what it is. But yeah, I wanted to see that game, but you know,
yeah.
but yeah, the Bears are who I thought. What did the screen say? The Bears are who we thought they were. We should have played that clip. That who they thought
Yeah,
they were,
yeah.
because that's exactly what they are. They're not going to make it far in the playoffs, not with that offense. And I
I,
and I know they're kicking themselves right now because I told you when they drafted Mitch Trash Bisky, uh, they should have just waited to get Mahomes or Deshaun
yep.
Watson, but trading up to get Trubisky,
When I
and
saw
now
that, I
he's.
think we laughed really hard. I think we
I
had a
did,
good. I think we had a good couple chuckles off of that. Like
I did because they could have waited. And now
several.
look, right, and now look at Mahomes and look at Deshaun Watson. You know those guys out there balling, and now the Bears are probably gonna be looking for another quarterback in the draft. Because
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're gonna decline Trubisky's fifth year option.
definitely. Yeah,
They're gonna decline it. Yep, his name is Mitch Trash
trash
Bisky.
biscuit.
His name
Yeah,
is
and I
Trash
don't
Bisky.
believe. Don't. Okay, so I got a comment in here. Oops, it's this one. My bad. Cam Newton sucks. Um, I can't really say he sucks because I really do think what Paul said is true.
He hasn't been the
COVID,
same since
he
COVID.
hasn't
Yeah.
been the same since COVID. I know it's baseball, but Carlos Martinez that played for the Cardinals, he had the worst COVID case in the Major League Baseball, and he was not the same when he came back, and he was gone for like a month. Cam was only gone what 2 weeks,
About 2.5.
and
Yeah.
about 2.5 weeks with 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and I think,
About two
and
and a
I
half
agree
weeks.
with Paul. I do agree with Paul. I think he was rushed back,
Hmm.
and I think we don't know how bad that COVID got, but I really do think that that played a big, big part of why he's not looking like the Cam that he's looking like, because Cam was looking like Cam before he got COVID.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden, here we are. And he didn't look this bad. Cowboys do not need a QB. We need a QB right now, as of right now, because Andy Dalton is hurt. But Cowboys do not need a QB. We have Dak Prescott. We are keeping Dak Prescott. Trust me, I would love to have Matt Ryan to the Cowboys, but Matt Ryan is not coming to the Cowboys. I have been asking for Matt Ryan for years, and
Bacon
it
cook,
hasn't happened.
bacon, bacon cookies and
I've
all.
been trying to been baking cookies. I make him dinners, whatever I need to get Matt Ryan in to the Dallas area. I was willing to do it,
The only time
but
Matt Ryan came to the Dallas area is when we played y'all week 2. That was the only
yeah,
time.
and I was like, bro, I would have cooked for him then too, and said, hey, let's have this real discussion 1-on-1. But we are keeping Dak. Dak is doing things that people aren't realizing. Max Dak's numbers are actually way better than what people realize. But no, Brian, you could keep Sam Darnold. No, you can keep that, bro. No, no, no. They can keep. You can have him. Mm-mm.
Nah, but
But
it's
they called him Tony Romo 2.0 in the Cowboys uniform. They don't call him that. He's actually better than Tony Romo, and I hate Romo, so that might be the bias. That might be the bias of me not liking Romo. In there. But anyways, um, no, but somebody comment keeps saying Darnold. Yep, we have a Jets fan in here. Yep, he can keep him.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
he could keep him. I'd rather have Tariq out there barely throwing than Sam Darnold. Ain't that right, Boo?
Sam Donald scared of them ghosts. That's
Mm-hmm.
what he is. He's scared of them ghosts.
I would make sure he goes to all the ghost places so he does not come to Dallas. Yeah.
Well, so but everybody's saying Matt Ryan is the problem, or he needs to be cut. If y'all got $75 million laying around, then more than happy send it to Arthur Blank so he can do that. But until then, Matt Ryan ain't
Mhm.
going nowhere, so it'll happen.
Yeah, and let's see what other. I'm trying to figure out what other games that I was just like they actually won like that. Was it the Green
I hate to say
Bay? Green Bay. Um, what's his name for Green Bay? Their
Aaron
wide,
Rodgers,
not
Devontae
Aaron Rodgers.
Adams, Devontae
Devontae
Adams.
Adams. Devontae Adams had a hell of a game.
He did, and as much as I hate to say it, Tom Brady looking like the Tom Brady of old for Tampa, and
Yep.
they got an easy game coming up against the Giants. So yeah, so it's he looking like the old Brady of old. So we'll see.
Yeah. Like almost 200 yards, two TDs
Hmm. Yeah.
by
Oh,
himself.
speaking of which, Baker Mayfield 5 touchdowns against Cincinnati, and him and Joe Burrow had a pretty good game.
But did you see his first quarter stats?
0 for 3 with an interception,
0 for 5 with two interceptions.
and on one of the interceptions, Odell Beckham hurt his tore his ACL on one of those.
Yep. Yep.
So
Done for the season.
yeah,
So yeah,
so
that's
tough break for him. But yeah, after that I don't know, he must have got some juice, and he came out and he started slinging that ball. So they won,
mhm.
and that was a good game. That was a good game for him. So I give props to him, and Joe Burrow had a good game in the loss as well. So he's gonna be an okay quarterback. They just need to fix that line because I know he's tired of getting smacked around. So I know he's tired of they need to get an offensive line for Burrow because I know he's tired of getting hit.
He probably feel like how Kyler was feeling last season.
Yeah, or Deshaun Watson as well.
Mhm.
So
Real question, Monte B. Hey Sam.
what's up, Sam?
Real question, are we sleeping on the Cardinals? Can the Cardinals make a deep playoff run? I'm not sleeping on the Cardinals.
I picked I picked the Cardinals to be a sleeper playoff team.
My issue with the Cardinals wasn't with Kyler or the team. It was with his offensive line. Were they going to protect him? Because
Yeah.
last season he was the most sacked QB in the league. And that was my biggest issue with
Hmm.
Kyler Murray and the Cardinals.
They,
You
they could
can't.
they can't make a deep playoff run, but it's going to be difficult without their best defensive player. Chandler Jones is done for the season
Mhm.
with a biceps injury. So and he was their best pass rusher.
Yep.
He had 19 sacks last season. So missing him is going to be a big blow to if they do make a deep playoff run. They're going to need him, and the fact that he's not going to be out there, that's really going to hurt them. So
Yeah, but I do think that they have, he's looking better. That line is looking better. He doesn't look like he's running for his life, but not as much as he was running for his life last season.
right.
Um, so that's why I do think, like I said, they can I do think they'll have a good chance.
And who was the running back? Not Drake. Who was the other running back? He had a good game last year.
Um. Oh, because
What's
Drake
that
is
guy's?
hurt.
Yeah, who's that running back there? He had a pretty decent game
Yeah, Drake is
last.
hurt, and so it is.
Is it
Dun, dun, dun.
Hamilton or what's his last? I don't know what
No,
his name is.
it's. Oh, I can't. Well, I can't think of this kid's name now. Um, I cannot think
Is it
of this kid.
Richardson or Anderson or something like that?
It's Edmonds.
Edmonds. He's
Yeah.
playing. He's playing. Yeah, Chase Edmonds. That's who it was. He
Yes.
played a pretty good game last night. And then
Thank you,
they
Sam.
got, and they got weapons on the outside with Larry Legend and DeAndre. So I mean, and I know Kyle is happy to see because it was one video that I saw. I don't know if anybody caught it. Somebody might have caught it that when he threw that ball to DeAndre, he had like the biggest smile on his face because he knew it was gonna be a touchdown. That lets you know how comfortable you are when you have an elite receiver like that. So and then you got the legend on the other side and Larry Fitzgerald who he just celebrated a milestone last night. He joins Jerry Rice as the only players in NFL history to have over 1,400 receptions. So surefire Hall of Famer once he's all said and done. So if there's one player that I want to see win a Super Bowl, definitely Larry.
It's got to be Fitz. Like Fitz is
Definitely,
like.
definitely Larry. He deserves it. The
Mhm.
the fact that he's been so loyal to this team through the ups and downs and he never stayed because there's been times where I know he was gonna get traded, he was gonna get cut or whatever, and he stayed with the team. He could have went left them in free agency. So the way he stuck with that team, and now you're starting to see them finally start to get on the right track and winning. If there's one person I want to see win it, it's him. Definitely him.
Did we just get make donation?
Oh yeah, we did.
Uh,
I can,
Probably Mike did.
nah,
Thank
some
you,
guy
Todd.
named Todd. Some guy named Todd.
Thanks,
Uh,
Todd.
uh, he asked if the Falcons were to trade Julio Jones for a first round and a second round pick, how much dead cap money would the Falcons have to pay in 2021?
Woo! It's a lot.
I don't know how much. I don't know if Mike is still on there. I don't know if Mike's still on here because he usually is good with numbers. But let's just say it will be a lot.
It would be.
It will be a lot because I know Matt Ryan is 70. So Julio's probably like 30, 40. I may be wrong.
Yeah.
So if Mike is still on here, if he's still on the chat line or whatever,
He might
maybe
be.
he could,
They might
or
be
he could,
starting their show,
or he could be
but
joining them on Heavy Hitters. They'll probably talk about it on their show. So if you want to know how much it is,
let's see. Let me see. Let me look.
'cause I think it's like 30 or 40. Could be more than that. So if anybody knows, I know it's a lot.
Yeah. I
So
know it's. I know it's a lot.
so
I know. Um. Matt Ryan's was something out.
Matt
Not
Rhymes was like
outrageous.
Matt Rhymes was like I think 70.
And then Julio just got paid not too long ago, right? Like.
Yeah, he just got an extension a couple years ago.
Okay. So dead cat money to Julio. Um. This is actually 2020. Let me go back. 2021, Julio dead cap is
Brian said 38 million,
38 million. Matt Ryan is 49 million.
49 million. So I knew it was close.
And
So
Rose Arena did it again. Number 10, baby. Home run. This dude's electric to watch. Yeah, but like I said, 38
that's
million
a
for
lot.
him, 49 million for Matt Ryan. Even Grady Jarrett would be 15.
Yeah. So right now our salary cap's not looking too great for the next couple years. So
Jake Matthews is 18, and then you have Ricardo Allen um
but I
going
think
down at 2, but then you have Dante Fowler because you signed him for multiple years. He's 15.
yeah, he's 3 years at 48. But I think Ricardo Allen he's gonna probably be the first one out of here if we do cut folks.
Yeah.
He'll be the first one to go. He'll definitely be the
Sam
first one
Tariq
to go. So
loves him some baseball.
so but yeah,
Loves.
Sam, 38 million. 38
Mhm.
million. Yeah. So For everybody talking about Matt Ryan and Julio need to be cut, unless you got 80, $90 million laying around. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
not gonna happen. So just
Yeah.
expect to see a lot. Just expect to see Matt Ryan around for a long time until he retires.
Or unless somebody they find somebody to take over
That contract, yeah.
that contract, and that's good luck with that.
Unless the team's desperate. So
Yeah.
it's all good. But yeah, that's pretty much my thing about the Falcons. It's same broken record I've been saying ever since. So there's no point in me repeating it no more until it changes. The only thing I can say is let's just get ready for Thursday against Carolina.
Boom. You got anything to say? You've been very quiet, sir. And we're talking NFL.
I'm good.
Any game you want to speak on that we haven't touched? Maybe.
Any game?
Yeah.
Well, just Tampa Bay and Tom Brady doing his thing.
Man.
Like everyone was counting Tom Brady out because he's not going to be with Bill Belichick, but he's showing out so far. Was he tied first for touchdowns and like fourth on the passing yards for the season so far?
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean he still has the gas left in the tank. And then now with
How many points the Chiefs going to win by this Sunday? Our friend Brian asked.
Who they playing?
Cause his team,
watch be a 3 point game.
the Jets.
Who? I say
Guess
at least
who's?
three touch. I say at least three touchdowns at the most.
Cause
I'm
guess who's
saying
not going to watch that game?
7 points. They're just gonna win by 7 points.
Only 7. Oh,
Not
you
gonna
trying
be
to?
double digits.
Well, my team plays on Thursday, so I'll be watching a lot of games on Sunday.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. There could be a miracle, right? Miracles happen, Brian.
Sure, sure. The only thing that happens if Patrick Mahomes doesn't show up and play.
Yeah, they're right now. What he said, they're favored at 20.
Yeah, and they're playing at Arrowhead.
Yeah,
Yes,
at Arrowhead.
only 7 points. Yes.
That's all I can say.
I think
Bloody
he's just.
Sunday,
I think
bloody
he's.
Sunday. That's all I'm gonna
He.
say.
I think he's being nice. He's being very nice. Uh, for his fellow friend, our fellow friend Brian, because I already know if Kansas City came through here, it's going to be the same way.
Oh, oh wait, and we play Kansas City later on in the season.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He said 7 and 2 minutes.
nah, it'll probably be 20.
7 and 2 minutes. Oh my god. Um, but moving on. Moving
Yep.
on.
Pray for the boys. That's all I can say. Pray for the boys.
You have any injuries? NFL any injuries? Boom.
No.
Oh, okay. Good answer.
The biggest one is OBJ out with ACL. Let's see.
I'm teaching them right, Uncle Dre.
Hey man, gotta cheer for a winner. Hey Sam, I'm willing to take that bet.
Looks like
Sam
they're
said the Giants will go upset the Bucks Monday night.
I could see it. I could see it. Let's go.
Hey man, do what you got. Hey, knock them down a peg.
One.
We got some
One at a
few
time.
updated for Arizona. Kenyon Drake, he's with ankle. He's out for week 9. Expected return
One.
week 10. Zach Allen, ankle. They put him on injured reserve. Expected return is week 12.
Mm-hmm.
Hicks, they got injuries
C-
ankle. He's
CMC
questionable
supposed to
week
come back.
9.
I think he's
They
coming
got
back Thursday. I think he's coming back against us.
It's this week
I
or
think
next week? I think it's next week.
Isaiah Irving
it
is
could be next week.
on IR with a back injury. No new updates on injuries for Atlanta, but they do have a few that happened in the game, or sorry, on updated on Monday. Gage, Russell Gage, Caleb McGarry, Tack, Alex Mack, and Julio Jones. They are all questioned for Week 8 at Carolina.
Hmm.
I don't expect none of them to play, especially the way we're going. They might not play. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll probably do like what the Cowboys doing, put some of our B team in there, let them play.
Buffalo,
Oh,
John Feliciano, guard, chest injury. He's questionable for Week 8. Carolina, Zach Kerr, toe. He's questionable for Week 8 against Atlanta. Chicago got two injuries. Allen Robertson, undisclosed. He's questionable for Week 8. And Sherrick McManus, hamstring, questionable for Week 8. Cincinnati, there's three, four, five updates for there that was updated on Monday. Bobby Hart, he's out for the Week 8 against Tennessee with the knee injury. Joe Mixon, uh, Jathan Carter, John Ross, William Jackson, there are questionable for Week 8 against Tennessee. Cleveland, there's one.
just
Uh,
Odella. I think
OBJ
is the main one.
Hmm.
is the main one with a ACL. Austin Hooper, appendix. He's out for Week 8. And then they put Nick Chubb on IR, expected return Week 10. And then they also put Kadero Hodge with a hamstring on injured reserve. He's expected return in Week 8. Let's see. Oh, the Cowboys. They just put the whole damn defense on the fucking injury. But you
Andy Dalton is our new one.
Griffin, he's out of here. Zach Martin, concussion. He's questionable for Week 8 against Philly. Awuzie, hamstring. He's on IR. Expected return Week 8. Sean Lee, expected
He
return
expected a
week
week back.
eight.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton, questionable for Week 8. I'm not even sure if he's even passed the protocol yet.
Who?
Andy Dalton. And then everything else is
I
old.
already saw it, Sam.
Denver.
I already
That
saw it. His home run. I already saw it. That's what me and Tariq were screaming about.
what?
I'm talking about comments that are seeing that are commenting while you were talking. Somebody asked, "You're going to be sick watching
Denver that
Randy."
put two players on IR, Mike Purcell and Derek Siska. Siska is supposed to expect a return week 11.
Interesting. Well, you know what? One thing we forgot to talk about, and I need Dre to come back. We forgot about that dude AB coming back to Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we forgot to talk about. I don't know where Dre went.
D.D. Westbrook, he's on IR with ACL.
Yeah.
Kansas City, Sammy Watkins, Taco, and Mitchell, they're all questionable for Week 8. Las Vegas Raiders, Byron Edwards, ankle injury, he's questionable for Week 8. Same thing with Sam Young and Keeson Nixon. The LA Chargers, yeah, the following questionable for Week 8. Storm Norton, KJ Hill, Trey Turner, Tyrod Taylor, Virgil Green, Brian Bulaga, and Ryan Groy.
Whew.
They're all questionable for Week 8.
I think AB will be there for long. I think he might actually get a chance.
Yeah. So, but they said soon. If he gets into one thing, he's out.
Yeah, I think he might.
What was it, $2 million deal?
Yeah, with all incentives, right? His deal.
No, I don't know. I just know it was like 2 million.
Yeah, I think it's more majority incentive based. But yeah, everybody is getting hurt. I thought he was gonna be done a long time ago. He's still
Yep.
going. We lost Dre and everything. Somebody call in.
You,
Yep.
you,
What's your name?
Daniel.
How you doing, Daniel?
What's up, y'all?
It's good.
I'm actually, I think I'm on the Rod podcast. I'm on Mad Mike Sports, but I'm on the wrong one.
Yep.
Yeah, because this is
Red Cup Rants.
this is still Red Cup Rants. The other show
Oh,
doesn't have the. I don't think they have the phone line on.
okay, yep. I just switched into y'all's. So,
Okay.
yeah, what were you guys talking about?
Injuries? You got an injury update?
NFL injuries. That's what we were talking about.
Oh,
And
NFL injuries. Oh my
and
God.
and AB going to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's just unfair. AB going to Tampa Bay. Um, you know, I feel like Brady's going to kill it with them, and I just think Tampa Bay's looking better than ever. I mean, I'm kind of jealous considering the fact that you know the Saints are nowhere near as good as a Tampa Bay right now, and I feel like Tampa Bay is going to go pretty far in the playoffs.
Well, they're picking them to win the Super Bowl now with the addition of AB, so we'll see. They're the Super Bowl
Who
favorites
who,
right now.
who else do they have? They have Godwin,
And
Mike
Mike
Evans,
Godwin,
Evans,
Evans,
Antonio Brown.
Gronkowski, Brown,
Jesus Christ.
and then
And
they picked
I think
that.
that those are
They
Fournette,
got they got bad ankle
Jones.
Fournette, Jones, and their defense is actually playing pretty decent. So
They got
You, you know what I you know what
one
I
side
find
of it.
weird is that whatever team that Tom Brady plays
what do you say? Yeah,
Samani, take us off of mute.
yeah, it is nasty. Um,
We
yeah,
can't hear him.
they're playing pretty good. So as much as I hate to say it, I said that Tom Brady was a system quarterback because of Belichick, but
Samani, we can't hear him.
right now he's proving me wrong. So
not on mute.
Okay, did we just lose him?
I think he just lost him.
No, he's
Okay.
still online, just not talking.
Oh,
hello?
Okay, there you are.
there
We
you are.
lost you for a second.
Yep. I actually
So
couldn't hear what you guys were saying either, but I think I got a little bit from actually watching the podcast too.
Um,
But yeah, man, I think um
anything? Anything? No?
Bueller, he hung up.
Okay, he hung
He
up.
hung up, man.
Alrighty. Well, that pretty much talks about NFL. There is one thing I want to talk about, and it's real quick. It's happening. Two things. This was big. This was huge. This just happened. Um, dude, this hurt. This hurt me. But I get it.
Yeah,
When you make a
but
promise to your mama,
you gotta fulfill that promise. And he
yeah,
went out on top.
went out on
He went
top
out on top, undefeated.
and you
And
promised mama. If you
the
don't
crazy thing about
know, if you don't know, I'm gonna say it real quick. If you don't know, Khabib promised his mother he would not fight again without his father in his corner, and we are talking UFC. And his father died in July from due to COVID complications. So
yeah,
that is where
Yeah.
I'm
So
sad.
and then it's like this guy never. The crazy thing about it is I just found this out recently. He's never lost a round. He's never been cut or seriously hurt.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
Dude
That's
fights
crazy.
bears for fun.
I told you if you ever you play Street Fighter. What's that dude's name? The Russian dude on Street Fighter, Zangief. That's basically who Khabib was. That's basically
Like,
who it was. He used the real
yeah,
life Zangief. So I
yeah,
mean, uh, I'll hey man, props to him. And then Dana White was talking about. I guess his corner said he fought with a broken foot,
yeah. He broke it 3 weeks ago and told nobody.
and he told nobody. That's crazy, man. But then again, this dude Russell Bears, and he swam in the ice cold river backwards. He's tough. He's tough, man. And I know there's a Twitter war going on right now
Hmm.
with him and well not him specifically, but John Jones is going on a rant again about him being called the greatest of all time. I still think John Jones is the greatest of all time to me. Khabib is like right there, but the only reason why I say that Khabib did the right way because he didn't need dope to tell people how great he was. He didn't need to
Exactly.
take dope. So John Jones and I say it all the time. He's a gifted athlete. He's probably one of the best fighters ever in mixed martial arts. Which why it pains me to see him when he pops positive for stuff like that.
Yeah.
So instead of going on Twitter and ranting and raving like you're the second coming of Kevin Durant, look at the in the mirror and realize and understand why people are not calling you the greatest of all time because you had to cheat or you had to use something to somebody's advantage. You
I
know,
think.
he didn't really need it. He didn't need it because he was already gifted. He didn't really
Yeah.
need those PEDs or whatever.
Do you see that question?
Retiring on Halloween. Well, the difference between that is because Silver was already on the decline.
Yeah.
So it pretty much whoever it was the style bender and then it was who was the guy before him? Somebody beat him beforehand.
Oh man.
So he was
I can't.
already on the decline. So it pretty much accelerated the process. Khabib went out on top. Even in his prime, he went out on top, So I gotta give him props for that. So uh
This is must see TV. I just don't know if it's going to happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Jones is gonna he's got his eyes on Brock Lesnar and conquering the heavyweight division. So he wants to make that fight with Brock Lesnar. Money wise, it makes more sense. Don't get me wrong. Uh, Stylebender and Jones will be a big
Yeah.
fight, but Brock Lesnar and Jones will be an even bigger fight.
Yep.
And especially if Brock supposedly supposed to come back to UFC, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in the line to get a title shot or Jones, whoever. So either way it goes, that's gonna be the bigger fight
Yep.
to me.
And
But congrats to Khabib.
then
Congrats to Khabib. Hell of a career. It's hard to go undefeated in the UFC. So right now, Stylebender's doing it right now. So the way he just dismantled Acosta, that was crazy. Um, but that's the way to do it. Out on top.
they're here. Here we are.
If I wasn't going out of town Halloween weekend, I'll be in San Antonio watching that fight. If I wasn't going out of town, I'll be right. I'll be right
I know
there.
you would.
I sure will. But
But
I will be there for Spence and Garcia in Arlington. I will be there for that. So
I told my
definitely.
stepdad about it. He was just like, "It's gonna be here." Yes, sir.
Yep. I already seen
Um.
tickets. I already got seen tickets. Tickets are not that expensive, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump on that. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
go
told
ahead.
me that.
I'm gonna go ahead and treat my star player. I got my mask and everything ready, so I'm going ahead and do that thing.
I just want a shirt since you're staying at my house.
I always give you a shirt. Every time I go a fight, I give you a shirt.
You got me one fight, one shirt, two
No, I
shirts,
got you
two shirts,
two. Yeah, I got
two.
you two
But
shirts.
this is
Yeah,
another Spence. But this is Spence and Garcia. So if I
yeah.
can't make it, I only ask for a shirt. That's all I
You
ask.
know
I'm
I
not
got
asking
you.
for
You,
much.
you, you know I got you. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be there. I already put my time in, so I'm just waiting for other things to fall into place. And once they do, then I'm there.
Yes.
So, but
But
this should be a good fight.
I think it
I
should
think
be a
this will
good
be a
fight.
good fight. And I think the winner should fight. Well, I would say fight Lomo, but he lost. Fight Lopez. You know, do a unification bout. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
cause Lopez he beat Loma a couple weeks ago.
Mhm. That
Um,
fight was kind of disappointing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well,
That's a
when
little
your trainer
sad.
lies, to you and says that you're winning the fight and be patient, that kind of messes up your vibe. Because I never seen Loma fight like that.
Yeah, it was sad. I was just
Yeah,
like, oh, this is oh.
yeah. So hopefully, this fight coming up this Halloween weekend
I'm hoping it's a good
is
one.
better. I would have been there in San Antonio watching, but I will be there for. Uh,
Dallas,
I'll be in Dallas December 5th. I already took my time off.
5 days.
Definitely gonna be in the middle for that.
Are you gonna be here 5 days?
That's the
Is that
plan.
5 days? Five
Yeah, that's
days,
the plan.
single J.
That's the plan. That's
You
the
hear?
plan.
You heard your nephew.
I
Five
heard him.
days.
We'll
Five
see what happens.
5 days.
Yeah,
You don't want to catch those
but
hands.
we'll see
You
what happens. I'll let you know. I
don't want
gotta
to
wait.
catch.
For, I gotta wait. I gotta wait for some things to fall in place, but we'll be there.
Yeah, you don't want to catch those hands from the
Right.
little person.
Yeah, and Lopez, yes, he is the youngest to win 3 different weight classes, so congrats to him as well. But I'm just glad that boxing is back. So, and we got the Tyson and Roy Jones for the frontline championship. That's funny.
Yeah,
The
that
frontline
belt.
belt. The
People said
frontline
it should
belt
already been sent
to Tyson.
to Tyson's home already. I agree. I agree.
We'll see. We'll see. So,
Well, that comes to the end of our show, so you know what that means. Parting shot time.
about that time.
About that time.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? Oh, we got a person raising his hand. Go boom.
Go vote. Take your time and go vote. Now's the time to make your vote matter. I don't care if you haven't voted in the past. This is my first time that I voted. I voted last week, and I think it's time for a change. It's time for our vote to matter. Go vote. Don't just sit around and look at the results and be shocked that you didn't get the outcome you wanted because you didn't vote. Go vote. This is the only way we're gonna make a change. Try to make a change. Just go vote. And for those that have already voted, thank you. I don't care who you voted for. Just vote. It's just now is the time we all need to come together. So that's it. That's my parting shot. Just go vote.
Gonna be a crazy 2 weeks, I tell you that.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to figure out if I got anything.
I'll be on my way back to Phoenix on Tuesday, so I'll be missing most of the malarkey. But I'm gonna be hearing about it. I know Facebook and Twitter and Instagram is
Facebook,
gonna be on fire. Yeah, so
yeah, Facebook will keep you up.
I might not even get on social media on Tuesday. Well, to do our should we do a show next Tuesday? If should we do a show Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, you're gonna be out of town this weekend.
I'll be
Are you
back there
get?
too. That's voting day. That's the voting day
Is
that
it?
Tuesday. Mhm.
Oh yeah, the third.
Cause that's Halloween weekend. So should we do a show or should we
Yeah.
just?
If I would say just so we can kind of kill the buzz and not have to deal with the malarkey. You know what I'm saying? Can we make a 2 hour show so we don't have to hear about it? Because you know my family finna be in my inbox blowing it up. That
That's what I'm
group
saying. Cause I
chat,
said,
that group chat finna be
cause that's
blown
what I'm
up.
saying. Like it's the only reason why I'm asking because if we don't do a show, I probably won't be on social media that day.
And we'll keep it up in the air. We'll figure it out. We'll talk
We'll
about it
figure it out. Yeah,
afterward.
cause
Yeah,
I
because
know Tuesday it's gonna be, whew, especially whoever does win it. The other side's gonna be, yeah. So I might
yeah,
not even be on social media. I might have to just deactivate my page just for that day.
yeah, because I already know
Just shut everything down.
my aunts, my mom, my cousin,
Yeah.
they finna be and that last year. Remember the 4 years ago when it happened, they were blowing my phone up, and I couldn't even
I
really
had to, I
talk to
had,
anybody. So I already know what's gonna happen.
yeah, I had 2 days. unfollow social media for 2 days after 45 on it because it was just too much. And
Yeah.
it's gonna be like that now. Consider the fact that now more people are voting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's gonna be whew, man. I don't even want to look on. I don't even want to look on social media come Tuesday. I, like I said, I'll be in the air, flying most of that day anyway, so I'm pretty sure I'll be all right. So I'm good.
You lost Winter Soldier. Hey, do you have any parting shots today?
You know what? Um, yes, I do. I do have one. I have one. Uh, y'all, some of y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop taking social media so seriously, man. So seriously. I don't know. I shared it on my timeline. The after the Dodgers blew that game or whatever, and I don't know who the reliever name was, Jensen or Jansen or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Uh, People were like sending death threats to him and his family. Like, why? Like me personally, I've criticized players, but I have never got on Twitter say I'm gonna kill you or I'm gonna kill your family or you should die or something like that. People are so bold on the internet. It's like I said, Steve Smith said it best. Internet courage is like having a cover two safety over the top. People will talk so Jansen, that's what his name was, Sam. Kelly Jansen. People are so bold behind that keyboard and that screen, and then knowing they won't say it to that person in real life. It's crazy, man, and it's like
They
people
can
go.
be taken to the court with that shit because that's hard proof. That's hard evidence right there.
That's
That's a
cyberbullying.
threat.
That's
It's
cyberbullying.
cyberbullying, and if it's
It,
cross state lines, it could be,
it could be a felony.
it's a felony, federal felony. And don't let like Kelly's wife be pregnant.
Yeah.
It gets even the charges just keep adding on if she's pregnant.
So to people out there that's sending Twitter tweeting these death threats to these players, y'all need a life. Y'all really need to. Y'all need something because that's not the move. You don't do stuff like that. And I bet you these are like grown ass men doing this.
Yeah.
It's there. Like I said it a couple times. The fragile male ego. It's amazing to watch when you
Mhm.
see a grown ass man get mad over a game. Like, look, I was mad that the Dodgers beat the Braves. I was mad about that, but you didn't see me go tweeting Freddie Freeman or Acuna talk about I'm gonna kill him. I was just like, hey, a game's a game. Maybe next year, stuff like that. But the way these people, I went on Twitter, and the way exactly, Sam, they're the ones that when you see them, they don't say nothing. They say, hey, how you doing, brother? Good game, whatever. So they are it's crazy, man. Like
I don't know if he's a
these
living
like I said, the
legend.
people that did that, they really need to take a hard look at themselves because it doesn't make no sense for you to be that mad over a game. It really don't. It
Oh,
really does. And to be an athlete or a celebrity in this time, it's hard. It's got to be hard, especially messing up and stuff like that. Because people, you know, me personally, I wouldn't be too worried. If you say I'm trash, I'm not a good
ooh,
player, I'm good. That's fine. But when you start threatening my wife and you start threatening my kids, saying they should die or I'm gonna kill them and stuff like that, you're just going way overboard. So to everybody out there that's doing shit like that, grow up. Like really, like grow up, man. Like that's whole shit.
it
So
really is. They do need Jesus, though.
they need Jesus. They need something because that
All
was
of
just
them.
the stuff I seen on Twitter. It was just disgusting. It was really disgusting, and it just pains me that people are acting like this and they're my age or older. So, but that's my part shot. Just you know, leave that. Stop talking tough, knowing you won't bust a grape in real life. Don't do that. You got to do better. Grow up. Seriously, like grow up. So that's my part shot.
Um, I don't really have a parting shot this week, so I guess I'll just say everybody be stay warm if you're in the south, because we're not used to this cold. Stay warm if you're up north, because you are used to the cold. Be safe. The best thing I could just say for everybody though is just
We
And I know you said this before, disrespect others. And if you haven't spoke to a loved one, that means, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, and some time, call them, text them, and just say you love them. Just let them know. Um, Even send a picture. Just do something. But I tell your family, your friends, people around you that you love them, because you just never know what something might happen.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's all. That's all I got. Because like I said, I just didn't have anything prepared. Usually it's like Grr Tuesday. Today was Petty Tuesday, and then I had a real good conversation. So it kind of,
It'll be the best kinds.
yeah. So that's what happened. But yeah, that's all I got. Oh yeah, they did burglarize Hayden Hurst cars.
That too. That was another
Yeah,
one. That
yeah.
that's just terrible. That's
Mhm.
people just like I said. They wouldn't do all this if they had to go face to face with a player. That's the bad thing. They got to do it behind a computer, or they got to hide to do it, or be a coward and do it behind their back,
Yeah,
knowing they won't do it in real life.
yeah. Oh, and if you're on Mad Mike's YouTube channel and you want to see everything about Atlanta, AFN is on right now. It should be on right now as we speak. Talking about all Atlanta Falcons news and updates on Mad Mike Sports YouTube. So go and check them out. Please check out my brothers and sister. Um, like I said, they support us. We support them. It's love
Hmm.
is love. But on that note, we may or may not be on next Tuesday, just due
Depending
to
on
the
what
fact,
happens.
just due to the fact of what the day is.
Yeah, we might not. We might
We
have a show. We might not have a show. We'll
we
we'll
might
see.
run away just because we want to
We
run away.
might, yeah, we might deactivate because it's going to be crazy next week. So,
Yeah, we might do what the smart Kanye said, "Run away." If you don't know
right,
that song, then go listen to it. Kanye, "Run
right.
away,"
All I
because
know
that's
is I'm
what
gonna
I
be,
feels right now.
in my house where it's safe.
Yeah, but you know where I'm at, so I'm staying in
Yeah.
the house, locked, loaded, because I'm in. Technically, we in Trump country out here,
Oh, I
so.
am too. I am too. Matter of fact, I should walk down the block. I bet you they're on the corner with their flags and stuff doing a little whatever. I
Well,
bet they
all
down
my
there.
neighbors, all my neighbors, they're literally our street doesn't is the only street, but besides one house that has a Trump sign.
Yep.
Everywhere else, every other house is Trump signs in their
Yeah, they
front
have it.
yard.
They have it out there, and they be out there honking the horns and stuff, and I just be like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
just going about my business. But yeah, they be out here too. Arizona is the red
It's
is a red state
woo.
too. So
Yes. I'm just like I said, either side, it's not gonna be pretty.
yeah, yeah, Sam, you definitely right. It is definitely Trump country out here in these parts
Yeah.
in Arizona. Yep.
And Texas. But like I said, we may or may not be on next week.
We'll keep you updated. That's all we're gonna say. We're gonna
Yeah,
keep you
we'll keep you
updated.
updated. We'll flip a coin or something.
We'll see what
We'll do
happens.
something
Cause
exactly. Cause I don't know. I don't know.
right,
Not feeling it. But
it's gonna be crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah. So like I said, everyone stay safe and see you guys next week. And thank you for your coming.
Hopefully.
Peace out.
All right. See y'all later.